Hey guys, welcome to part 2. Glad to meet y'all again. Alright, this is the spoiler part of the video, so click off if you don't want that. Alright, let's get into this. See you on the other side. Alright, let's get into some spoiler territory. If you want to be surprised by the film, then you should leave and come back once you've watched it. I don't want to ruin it for you. As for those that are deciding to stay and want to have some spoilers, I wish you luck, I suppose. I don't know what for, but you can take it. This was a roller coaster of emotions, but let's describe the plot so we get a better understanding. We start with Orion Pax sneaking into what I assume is the Iacon records. He is trying to find information on the Matrix of Leadership, which is missing, and it leads to a hilarious scene of him pretending to transform in front of the guards, and he ends up just running for his life. Apparently, he's broken into the records enough times to where everyone in the city is not surprised anymore. And I love that so much. We get to see what kind of friendship Orion and D16 have, and I find that pretty wholesome and funny, though it also broke my heart for obvious reasons. A little later in the film, Orion ends up lying to his best friend and gets D16 into the race. Much to his enthusiasm. Due to the class system, no Energon miners have ever participated in the race before. So this was quite the spectacle to witness. Although the two don't race, it managed to attract the attention of Sentinel Prime, and even caused a lot of inspiration for their fellow workers, who overshot their quota in a matter of 2 hours. Sentinel is very impressed by their inspirational stunt, so he promotes them to a much better job, wanting them to serve him personally. D16 looks up to this mech, so he is very excited about this, though it is quickly cut short by Darkwing, a mech from the upper class. Quick side note, I don't want to call Darkwing a bully necessarily, since Darkwing has to put up with Orion's shenanigans every week, or possibly every day. However, Darkwing isn't quite off the hook yet, since he ends up tossing Orion and D16 down into the lowest working level. So, yeah, he's not off the hook for that. At the lowest level we meet B127, and his job is to just watch garbage burn. I would hate that job, personally. That would give me a lot of time to daydream, personally. B127 is nicknamed B soon after, but he also likes the name Badassatron, so call him whatever you like. Safe to say, this character is insane, and I frickin' adore it. He made me and my friends laugh. His chaos is lovely. I love it. I like this change for his character. I wish to see it more often. Alright, a few shenanigans later, and we are on the surface. It is absolutely gorgeous, in my opinion. It was beautiful to see. We eventually meet Alpha Trion, who tells us that all the Cybertronians were born with a T-Cog, not just the upper class. What is worse, Sentinel is a frickin' menace. He plucks the workers' cogs out of their chests before they're even conscious. He murdered all the Primes, and he beheaded Megatronus Prime before snatching his T-Cog. What a glitch! Anyway, we eventually get kidnapped and meet the High Guard, with the classic trio and all. I really appreciate that we get to see all the Seekers and that they're all designed differently for once. D16 decides to test Starscream, and they brawl for a solid minute or two, which ended with D16 taking command of the High Guard and Starscream ending up with a broken voice. Soon enough, we're attacked by Sentinel's army, who proceed to kidnap half of the High Guard and D16 and B-127, which leaves Orion and Alita on their own with the other half of the insane bots. Yeah, the High Guard are insane and intense, so be prepared for that. As we go along, we eventually team up with the others, and we rendezvous back underground in Iacon City. A huge battle ensues. The truth comes out. Sentinel is a betrayer and a liar. And a murderer to top it all off. So, we get to see D16 standing up for himself. Get to see Orion also standing up for himself and standing up for what is right. They both rally the troops, although D16 is more or less fighting for himself. As this goes along, we eventually get to that scene. I got PTSD to the Jazz incident and the G1 Orion Pax death, so I hope you guys are okay after that. Alright. The war has begun. Megatron gets banished. Orion becomes Optimus Prime. And the Autobots and Decepticons have been created. The Quintessons are still around, so watch out for those guys. I completely forgot to mention that Quintessons are in this movie, didn't I? Well, they're there. I think they're gonna reappear someday in the next movie, if there is. So don't worry about them for now. We can wait for that later. This whole thing just broke my heart because I knew where their friendship was going, but I didn't know how it was going to get to that point. And I'm honestly kind of sad that it got to that point. You know what I mean? Where you know it's gonna happen, but you just wish that it could be prevented somehow. Well, that's what I experienced, and yeah, the whole third act shocked me, made me emotional. I think I was just too stunned to cry. Yeah, no kidding. When the third act came around, everyone in my theater went dead silent. We were all too stunned to speak. There were a couple kids, when I went to see it both times, those kids went silent. I didn't hear a thing. I honestly feel kind of bad for them and their parents who have to go home and explain some things. Good luck to them. Good luck. Wish you well. So, I give this movie a solid 10 out of 10. I feel like it should be a little longer, maybe past the 2-hour point, so we could get more development out of these characters. But overall, I think they did amazing, and I really hope for a sequel in the future. Let me know if you guys want that too. We gotta help this movie. Make sure we do get a sequel someday. It deserves it. Alright, have a good day. There will be more edits coming soon. I have 10 in the works. So keep an eye out for that. Alright, so long. Bye-bye.